It's February 13, 2013, here at my parents' house, and I've been meaning to make a wintertime video, and didn't think that there was going to be another big snowfall like this, but got lucky today. Oh, I've been having to stay out here for a good more than a month and a half now, since I had a 12-day psychiatric stay at OSU Psychiatric Hospital from withdrawal effects, trying to come off of Valium. I was dumb and I started not taking my medication and had bad withdrawal effects, and I admitted myself to that hospital, and when I got admitted they put me back on the medication, but they dropped my dose like 4 milligrams, and then they didn't give me that much medication right away to make up for all the times I skipped my dose, so my brain went through a lot of crazy effects. Really long stories. Just to summarize it, it was like the worst experience of my life, and I didn't think I was going to make it out of that place alive. But here, just enjoying the snow. It's like, it's coming down a little hard. The video probably doesn't, the video definitely doesn't do it justice on how thick it is and how white and like blinding it is to even try and look around. Still got my gloves my dad sent me a few years ago for Christmas. He's still out in southern Illinois. Hello. This is the first time I've made a video this winter. I've been meaning to make one, and I didn't. After that last big snowfall, I didn't think we were gonna have any more big snow like this.
Oh, we're probably gonna get a major snowstorm in March.
Oh wow.
Take a picture, Toby.
Yeah. Maggie. For a while I couldn't even run at all, let alone walk around the yard without getting dizzy, but now I can jog about half a mile. Maybe a little harder than a jog. That's embarrassing. I can't. Maggie is still recovering. Well, she's never going to fully recover from her back broken leg. Can't even come close to keeping up with her right now. Come here. Stay in the yard. Come here, girl. Yeah, I'm about to die. Yeah, she was just trotting along and still couldn't catch her. For the beginning of winter out here, we had like no snow, and then we had a couple of weeks where the temperature really dropped down. Then like a week ago, the week prior to that, we had a few days where we had a couple inches of snow each day. So like the grass actually got covered all the way, and I was able to sled for a little bit. When I was running just now, my mom was probably like wondering if I was crazy, because normally if I just walk around the yard I get dizzy. Then I go let her know what's going on, how I'm feeling. Something about the snow just gets my adrenaline going, because it's so soft. I have like the heaviest basketball shoes on I own right now, so it is kind of hard to run in them. But snow, it's like running on a cloud other than that, so it makes it easier. You definitely can't see it right now, but there's a house right there. They have like 2 or 3 dogs. Sometimes they venture down along this hill, and then Toby will sometimes cross over and not really go after him, but he'll like protect the territory and like guard that side of the creek. Toby, of course, is a black dog. Yep, the snow was unexpected. It was even unexpected to the weatherman on TV. It's supposed to be a cold but clear day today. What else? See, I've been staying here because I've had just crazy withdrawal symptoms from this decreasing my Valium dose. when I was at the psychiatric hospital, it was at 10 milligrams, and it took me a long time not to just get used to that 10 milligrams, but I was trying other medications at the same time, like antidepressants and antipsychotics, and they were all giving me bad side effects, and just that place was really, it was like impossible to like get any good sleep. Actually, I had 5 nights of insomnia, and so like getting no sleep and having like someone open your room door and like have the bright light from the hallway shine in like every like 15 minutes during the day, or like every 30 minutes during like sleeping hours. It was just so annoying, and then there was an actual like noise of the door opening from like the metal from the frame and the door hinge or whatever you call it clicking together. So it took a while for my brain to like try and adjust itself once I got out, and since I've been out, basically I'm having problems with a lot of increased like nerve thinning episodes and panic attacks, and had a lot of vertigo symptoms, which I never had before in the past. Like I was saying, it's surprising that I was running around like I just was, even for that short period. I did get dizzy, but luckily I didn't get as dizzy as I normally do. And then I started having simple partial seizures. Most likely, that's the only thing I could look up that fits my symptoms I've been having. Just a lot of derealization, depersonalization, and like when it happens, my like vision vibrates, and then my eyes like uncontrollably like jump all over the place on top of that, and then my like tongue will start like smacking around inside my mouth uncontrollably, and if I try and talk, I'll know what I'm trying to say, but it'll come out as like all jumbled and like as gibberish, and sometimes I'll be in like mid sentence, and then I'll just freeze up for like no reason at all. Well, I mean, there's a reason, but unintentionally, and just almost, if you look up simple partial seizures, just all the other things that are listed, almost all of them like happen to me when these experiences happen. Oh yeah, and then a few days ago, for some reason, my head started like shaking and like bobbling, and I was like afraid I was like developing Parkinson's or something like that, because like I had to go to my old I grew up with this like neighbor who became my friend, Corey Schmidt, and my little sister Chelsea was friends with his sister Lauren, and and then I got to know like their mom, Lisa Schmidt, through them, and then sometimes like she'd babysit us, and she passed away last week, and I went to her funeral the other day in Parkersburg, West Virginia. And during the funeral, my head was like shaking like this pretty much. And I have no idea why. Luckily it stopped. But yeah, so sad that Lisa Schmidt passed away. She's in her like going on her late 40s. Definitely too young. And I was gonna say something else. There's like one other thing that's been going on with me. I guess I could mention that it's a combination of the withdrawal symptoms and right now I'm on 8 milligrams a day of Valium. Like, take 4 milligrams roughly every 12 hours. I had made it down to, I pretty much hit a wall when I was trying to drop from 8 before. Like, I was trying to be like proactive and try dropping 2 milligrams once I got down to single digits, like I had been before. For some reason it's recommended to only drop 1 milligram every 1 to 2 weeks or longer if you need to, once you get down to 10 milligrams. But I was trying to drop to 6. Like, some days I could do 6, and then some days like it'd be like late afternoon and I would start having like the potential seizure symptoms, and I would take at least 1 milligram to let them like subside for the most part, or at least hold me over until my evening dose. And so there's a few days I'd be able to do 6, and then some days I'd have to do 7, and then when I started having the seizure symptoms, I told my psychiatrist about it and my neurologist, and they said that I should increase my dose back up again and let my brain adjust, because it's still trying to adjust from all the other drops. So, see what happens from here. It's kind of scary because, you know, I was on Klonopin, and then I switched to Valium as a taper medication for an easier taper, and they're both anti-seizure medications, so it's not surprising if I'm having like the most minor seizures, since my brain, you know, gets used to that medication controlling its natural reaction that would stop a seizure from happening, and now I'm removing that drug from my body. But what I'm worried about is, am I going to have those type of seizures for the rest of my life, or at least part of my life, till my brain adjusts again. It's just freaky that even though all my other drops and doses, like from basically the equivalent of 45 milligrams of Valium, when I've actually switched to Valium, I was on 24 milligrams, but my Klonopin dose was roughly that equivalent. But all my 2 milligram drops in the past, they were horrible, but they didn't have like the type of effects I've been having lately.